Some clients prefer to be heard instead of being given advice.
True, actually, because sometimes they're there just to open themselves up and share what's going on. So, and they are not ready for advice.
Not everyone can be coached.
True, unless they're ready. If you have people who are not ready to be coached, you can't do anything about it.
You wonder if you are actually giving the right advice.
Initially, when I started fresh as a coach, and now I feel like after having done that for so many years, it comes very naturally. It's about experiencing it and believing in what you're saying and also practicing in your own life. So it comes authentically.
You've cried during a coaching session.
Never. So, yeah, yeah. I mean, I've seen people getting very emotional about something. And I used to cry when I used to watch movies. I used to attach myself so much with the characters and the stories. But when it's my client, I don't want to attach myself to their story. I want to be there to genuinely help them. Otherwise, I would be not a whole person and, bring out an amazing coaching session.
A client success story made you have a great day.
Absolutely. I mean, that's basically the whole driving energy. So if there's a success story for my client, and even if they text me like after a session, it feels so good. It just feels so fulfilling. And to see them transforming, see myself as one of, the agent for helping them to be there. And it's just double victory.
Listening is the most important skill in coaching.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so many techniques, and one of them profoundly is listening, being an active listener without any judgments and just be there 100% present and hear them out.
Coaching is more about experience than anything else.
Absolutely. Like in any other skill in life, coaching is all about experience because you're going to face so many different people with different profiles, different requirements. And the more you do, the more you understand the process, the techniques, the different challenges they face. So I would say yes, true.
Coaches have every answer to all clients' questions.
Actually, in coaching, it's the client who has the answers. So coach's job is to ask powerful questions. When you ask those questions, the answers lies in our subconscious mind. So it's a place to give them safe space and kind of opening up and come out with what's going on inside and what have they tried, what they have not. And if you have some advice, you have to really take permission from your client. Like, do I have your permission? And if they say yes, then you have to give your answer. But it's the client who has all the answers within.
Coaching is the same as therapy.
No, not at all. So therapy is about, sometimes it's the therapist who has the answers, or they help them to go through frameworks and try things that are bothering them. Whereas coaching is like, as I said, you have to come up with powerful questions. So here the client has the answers, and it's about being having different hats, like apart from being an active listener and a person who could ask different questions so they can have a different perspective and really being there 100% for themselves. And that's all it needs to have an amazing session.
Coaches never need coaching for themselves.
Ah, no. So coaches are also human beings. It's false. Coaches are human beings. They need coaching themselves, and on. They need coaching because the world is changing fast. Things are coming up, and we need to be aware. How do we, be the best coaches in terms of the changing world? How are we changing ourselves? How are we dealing with our own nuances? and how can we serve better. So yes, absolutely, we need someone to coach us and guide us and be, our cheerleaders.
Clients are mostly nervous in the first session.
Some clients, I would say yes, because specifically those who have not experienced coaching before, for them, they come with questions and they come with doubts like what is going to be. And particularly if they don't have an experience about opening up, because they come from a culture or an environment where it's not okay or normal to open up and talk about things that bothers them. So it takes that some time and some layers to, to bring out the true version of themselves before the real work begins.
It's hard to get a client to open up.
Not really. So with the powerful questions, you make opening up process easy. So the idea is here when you coach people is to create a safe place. And by just showing your presence, showing up as a coach, and providing that safe space, it's it's doable for the client. They can open up, and of course the speed is going to be different, how much you are downloading. So some people can open up right away. Some people would say everything is perfect, I'm just here because my manager wants me to talk to you. And we just talk from that perspective, and eventually something comes up and they're like, hey, that really connects with me, let's talk about that. And then they start opening up. So it's really different from people to people, and from where they're coming from.
And last but not least, it's easier to coach than to be coached.
I think both are, the easy word doesn't fit here, so false. I think both requires work. If even as a coachee to have a great session, you need to work. And even as a coach, to coach your coachee, you need to be fully prepared. You need to be fully present. Your mind would be always racing to make the best session. So both needs work. And it's not about just being a listener, but it's about a person who could come up with right questions, right? And to take you to next level. So both of them required a good amount of work. So I would say false for that.